Okay, ladies, so today we're going to be reading a book. The book is called Daisy and the Eggs. So the objective for today is to define unfamiliar words. Do y'all know what that is?
No.
Defining unfamiliar words is you're going to point out words that you've never heard before or you don't know the meaning of. So if I'm reading a story and you hear a word that you do not know, you'll raise your hand and you'll ask me, can I write that word down so we can go look up the meaning at the end, okay? So whatever word that you don't know, make sure you raise your hand and say, excuse me, Miss Love, write that word down so we can get that definition out. Next, I'm going to ask you questions during the story to see if you understanding it. So while I'm reading, I'm going to ask you some questions, just things to make sure you know that you're paying attention and whatever I'm reading, you're comprehending it. The last thing I'm going to ask you guys to do is tell me a summary about the story. Do you know what summary is? Okay, Shalon knows what the summary is. Jada does not. Jada, a summary is when you're reading a story, you give a small description about what you read. So that means after I read this, you should be able to tell me what happened at the story, what was the main purpose of the story, and what happened in the end, the conclusion. Okay?
Do we still do when it takes over the plate? Wait, when like I don't know what it's called. My teacher does it. It's like when it takes place.
Yes, you can tell me what's the setting, where does it take place, where does it take place? That's one of the questions. So I like that. So this book is called Daisy and the Egg. This book was written by Jane Simmons. What do you call the person that writes the book?
Author.
The author, correct. So this is the front and the back. This back page right here is just telling you a little bit about her stories that she have wrote called Come Along Daisy. It doesn't really have an illustrator, so I'm guessing that she's the author and the illustrator. Daisy and the Egg by Jane Simmons. Little Brown and Company. To my dad. What y'all think this means?
A letter to her dad.
A letter to her dad, or like a message to her.
Uh-huh.
What's about the book?
Yeah. Maybe she wrote this book for her dad. Or maybe this book is something that reminds her of her dad. Yes. So let me take a quick pause. Let me go get my sticky notes. That way. Now my teacher gonna take points off because I was unprepared. I had to stop 5 seconds and go get sticky notes. So remember, these sticky notes are for you. When you hear a word that you do not know, I want you to raise that sticky note up. I'm going to stop and I'm going to write the word down. And at the end, we're going to define it, okay? So, how many eggs now? Asked Daisy. 4, Aunt Buttercup said proudly. My 3 and Mama's green one. Your aunt's sitting on an egg for me, explained Mama Duck. Can I sit on one too? Asked Daisy. So what y'all think going on right here?
Oh, it's the 4 eggs haven't, the other 4 eggs haven't hatched yet.
Okay.
And one of the mamas or aunties are trying to sit on the eggs.
Okay. So yeah, Mama and Auntie having a baby. How many of the eggs out of the 4 do you think is Mama's?
The big one over there.
So how many is that?
1.
1. So pay attention. She said 4 eggs, Auntie's 3, Mama's green one. Okay. It wasn't ready. What is Daisy doing?
Trying to sit on the egg.
Yes, she's trying to sit on the egg. It was not easy. Every day, Mama Duck sent Daisy over with Buttercup. Every day, Mama Duck sent Daisy over with food for Aunt Buttercup. So what is Daisy doing?
Trying to make food for
She's
Auntie
sending
Buttercup.
food to Auntie Buttercup.
She's sending food. Oh, yep. So Daisy listened as the chicks tapped softly inside of their shells. You'll have a brother or sister soon, said Aunt Buttercup. Daisy was so excited. Y'all see how Daisy just laying her head on her. What color is the mama eggs?
Mom's
Green and white.
Nope, she
White.
only have one egg.
Oh.
So it's green. Auntie got the 3 white ones. Mama has the 1 green one. Daisy and Mama Duck went to visit Aunt Buttercup the next day. She was flapping her wings. "They're hatching! They are hatching!" she called.
Is the auntie coming in a rush?
You
Because I
see?
see big waves.
Yeah, you see, it said she was flapping those wings, so Auntie's coming over and she's telling them to hurry up. One of Aunt Buttercup's ducklings had cracked its shell. Daisy watched her first cousin struggled out.
Ooh. That's a baby.
"Yuck! He's all wet," said Daisy. "Shh!" scolded Mama.
That's how
Duck,
babies come.
do y'all know what scolded means?
No.
Yep.
Okay, so you know it, but you don't. So that's when you're supposed to raise up your sticky note. Raise your sticky note up. And I'm going to write that word down. So you don't know what scolded is?
No.
Me and Shalon will help you at the end. All right. Then Aunt Buttercup's other 2 ducklings hatched. While Mama Duck and Aunt Buttercup talked about names, Daisy waited for Mama's egg. She thought she heard something, but nothing. So what just happened?
The Aunt Duck had her kids, but her sister didn't have them yet.
Good job, Shalon. They all listened, but there was no sound from the egg. You see how they all sitting around the egg? Egg still hasn't hatched. The next night, Mama Duck sat on her egg, but the next day, it still hadn't hatched. "Some eggs just don't hatch," Mama Duck said. "Come and play with your cousins, Daisy." But Daisy wanted to stay with Mama Egg. Daisy made a hole in the feathers, rolled the egg in, and sat on top. "Come along, Daisy," Mama Duck said, but Daisy wouldn't move. Does Daisy look happy or sad?
Sad.
Why do you think she's sad?
Because her egg didn't hatch.
Her little sibling haven't came yet. It was getting dark, and Daisy was cold and tired. Mama Duck came back. We'll sit together until morning," she said kindly. "Yes," said Daisy. Pip, pip, pip. Daisy woke up. It was the egg. Her new brother struggled out of his shell and said, "Pip, pip, pip." "Quack," said Daisy. "Pip," said again. "Pip," said Daisy. "Hello, Pip," said Mama Duck. And together they watched the sun rise on little Pip's hatching day. All righty. So, was that a good story?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was Daisy doing in the story?
Oh,
She
she was
was
trying
waiting.
to get to. She was like waiting to see if the egg would hatch, but it was late. It was late.
And the auntie was trying to tell her to get some rest. And she was like, "Come along." And
Okay.
then Daisy didn't want to go.
Who were
somewhere.
hatching eggs?
Daisy.
Oh no, her mom and her aunt and Aunt Buttercup.
Okay, that's good, Shalon. Mom was hatching eggs. How many eggs Mom had?
One.
What color was her egg?
Green.
Okay. And Aunt Buttercup was hatching eggs.
She had 4
How-
eggs.
Okay. How many eggs she had?
4.
Nope. It was 4 eggs in
3.
all.
3.
She had 3. And what color was her eggs?
White.
All green.
White. Good
All
job. So, why was Daisy going to her aunt's house every day?
Because her
To
baby.
to see if they have hatched yet.
Yes, and it was another reason too. Mom see her.
Oh, to send food.
Yes. If the all right. Why do you think Daisy was sad when her sibling eggs didn't hatch early? Now, this is your opinion. Why do you think she was sad?
Because she wanted to hatch the day her cousins hatched.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Cause she had an egg and she was laying on it, and she was also sad because it didn't come, and her auntie was there and trying to get her to go to sleep, and she wouldn't go to sleep unless the egg hatched. And then on that day, she was rushing to her auntie. Then she was flapping her wings. Come here,
Okay. Thank you. Have you ever been excited about a new baby's arrival?
Yes.
Tell me a little about you. Wanna get what I asked? Have you ever been excited about someone having a baby? No.
Yes.
Okay, so Jada said no. Good job, Jada. And Shalon said yes. Yes, and Miss Seti.
I'm kind of.
Why are you excited about Miss Seti having a baby?
Because, like, I wanted, like, she never had one before, and I wanted to see what it was like.
Okay. New experience for her.
I do want to have a little baby cousin, but sometimes they just like be pooping all over you, and like you spreading out their baby baby.
Yeah, they do, huh?
You have
Okay.
to stop.
Any comments about this story? Do y'all have any questions? You can give me a little summary. Yes, ma'am, Jada.
What does that word mean?
Okay. What does scolded means?